Is it a good time to get into trucking? That is up to you. If you want to do it and you have a passion to do it. But I will warn you though, don't be trying to get rich. So we had them. This is brand new. This is the electric line that gives you electric to the trailer. Yesterday, I officially made 1 year of being a CDL holder. Yeah, y'all see that? When I tell you we probably gonna have a brand new truck after a while, we are probably gonna have a brand new truck. So I am here at the TA truck service about to go in, and this is kind of not major, but it is kind of major. It's a safety issue, but we are having issues with our lights. Okay, so what's going on with the lights? When we hook up to a trailer, you know, we do our pre-trip, good old pre-trip and all of that. Lights are working when it comes to brakes, when it comes to four-ways, but what's not working are the running lights. Your running lights are your tail lights. Those are the lights that stay on, like at night when you have to have your lights on. Those lights are not working. So my co-driver noticed that last night, and yeah, he tried to get it fixed, but he wasn't really able to because some of the shops closed during the night. So I'm here, and then we tried to duplicate the same thing. So I had an empty trailer, and the lights worked. The running lights were on because I had all the lights on, and the tail lights were working. And I'm just like, this is weird. So we're thinking it's the trailer, but we tried other trailers, and we weren't able to duplicate. So I have a loaded trailer now. I'm supposed to drop this load off down the street, but I'm going to try to get this fixed right now. I don't know if it's the connector. I looked at the fuse box, and I actually swapped the fuse out, and that still didn't work. So it's not that. Hopefully it's the connector. Maybe they just need to give us a new connector. But it's something electrical, so we're going to let the mechanics and the professional people check it out. So I'll hit you guys up in a second and let you know what's going on. All right, y'all. So I went inside and explained it to the guy. And honestly, he was trying to figure out what the running lights meant. And I told him, I said, it's basically tail lights. So I kind of was like, uh-oh, did I walk into the right place? But so I explained it to him. He thought about it. He was trying to like kind of pinpoint like what it could possibly be. And so he gave me two options. He said it could be the connector. Maybe you need a new connector. Or maybe the because you know it's a 7. It's about a, what is it, 7? I think it's 7 pins inside, and each pin, including the ground, is it has a specific thing. You have the turn signals, you have the turn signals, four ways. They all have a different function. But like I told him, I said, well, just the trailer I had earlier, they were working, and now on this trailer they're not. And then my co-driver, he had trailers that were not working. So it can't be the trailers. We kind of ruled that out because I even tried it on 2 other trailers, like back to back, and they were not working. And I know like it's just not the trailers, because I was looking at newer trailers. We did some of the older trailers. So I was just like, nah, it can't be a trailer issue. And then not only that, it's not that the trailer lights are not working, it's that it's just this one specific thing of the trailers are not working. So you kind of got to pinpoint all of that out. So I told him that, and he said, yeah, we could try replacing the connector. He said, that's the easy fix. And I said, yeah, just put a brand new one on it, and then we can kind of like pinpoint that. And then I'm going to have them check the fuses, make sure that's correct. And hopefully if they got a fuse gauge, they can actually make sure that it's receiving power and all of that. So I could be here a couple hours. I'm glad it's only 6:53 now, so I could be here like to 9 o'clock easily because there's like 2 other trucks in front.
Sorry.
Depending on, I'm not talking to you, Siri, but depending on what they got going on, hopefully maybe they just got tires or simple stuff. So we're gonna have them check that, and yeah, hopefully we can get back on the road. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything else outside of deliver this and get it empty for my co-driver. So what a day.
Sorry. Could you
Stop. I'm not talking to you. So what a day, y'all. This is the life of a trucker. I had to go get me something to eat since I'm still waiting. We're still waiting to get called in to get the truck fixed. That's one thing I was just thinking about when I did work for rail. They had a terminal right there, and I guess I was spoiled because literally anything was wrong. If anything was wrong with my truck, I'll just come in home. When I come home on the weekend, I would just say, hey, can y'all look at this? At the terminal, they had a shop. They'll take a look between Friday and Sunday and have me together by Monday. So I guess that's a perk on that, but every company is different. The nearest terminal is 2 hours away for me, so of course makes sense when you are near a truck stop or near a service station to take it. So I guess it's just depends on location. That's if you're in a good location where your trucking company is and they have everything in-house that can handle everything. But yeah, they have not called me yet, so guess we'll see what happens. Yesterday, I officially made 1 year of being a CDL holder, y'all. Like, I don't know. I can't explain. It's been kind of like bittersweet. I was looking at my older videos the other day, and I was just like, wow, that was me. I couldn't believe it. It's so much that has happened like fast. It doesn't even feel like it was a year. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, wow. So I want to share some things, give you a little reflection piece of how the year has been. The year, it's been interesting. It's been rocky. Learning the job. Now that I got my foot, I'm still new in the trucking game. I'm a rookie, and I'm not a person to get here and be like, yeah, I made it or whatever. Nah, like, I remember, I forget his name. He's a YouTuber. I watch his trucking videos, but he made something very clear, and he said, you are only as good as your next load. You are only as good as your next load. And so let me break that down to you. You can have the perfect trip plan. You can have the perfect plan to get there early, the perfect plan to take the perfect route, and you get there, and let's say that load is just perfect. Like, you on time, traffic is flowing good, you get there early, they unload you early, and then out of nowhere, the next load, they can't find the pickup numbers. They don't think the load ever existed. And then you sitting there an hour waiting to get checked in, and then they spend 4 hours to load you, and then you find out something's wrong with the trailer. Like, and you're just like, is this a nightmare? I did so well on the first load. So, and then you're trying to control your mental. You're trying to control everything. You like, what? This is a bad day. It started out good. But that's just how trucking is. So it's like, if you don't get nerves of steel, and you just don't, you can't be like, you can't be the person that everything bothers you, because trucking will really humble you really quickly. It will humble you. And so, and then you got to think about it. You're just one truck in a million trucks that's out here. So everybody's dealing with the same thing. Everybody dealing with, I ain't got that much time on my clock. I'm trying to man the clock. So, but yeah, I really can tell that trucking has really changed me mentally, physically. I approach things differently outside of trucking now because of trucking. But I don't regret going down this path or even taking the journey, because it helped me a lot. And as I shared with you guys before, like, I needed this challenge in my life, because at where I was stuck and comfortable, and I knew I just needed something else. And trucking did that for me. Trucking pulled me out from being comfortable. But not only that, like, I've grown to tell myself and to pull myself out and say, hey, you can do anything you want. You really can. Like, I literally did not know how to drive a truck, y'all. I learned from scratch. When I say from scratch, I'm saying, you know how some people, they were in their granddaddy's truck, they were in their uncle's truck. That wasn't me. So I was able to, like, literally have a blank canvas and start from the beginning and do everything. And I'm just like, wow. So it just helps to know that you are able and capable to do that. Like, I was telling my therapist that, and she was just like, that same tenacity you did that back then, that's what you need for everything else. I'm just like, wow, okay. That's what I need to do, right? And when I think about it, like, I quit my job, I quit all my side hustles, I did all of that, and I probably made some people mad. I really did. Probably made some people mad when I told them what I was going to do, but I did that for me, and I did it and accomplished it. And so, looking over that now, it's been bittersweet. It's been bittersweet. So it just gives me the courage and it inspires me to, like, push more. What's next? What you want to do? So, and right now, being local, I am glad that I am a local driver, because if you follow me enough, I like other things besides trucking. Like, trucking is just not my entire life. Although I do love driving trucks, there are other things I want to tap into. And so being local gives you the wiggle room and the freedom to do that. Because if I was over the road, there's no way that I could still work on things and venture out. Or if I gotta go somewhere, if I gotta go pull up, take a plane ride, or do anything, I'm not able to do that almost over the road, because I got to spend time to get back home and then fly somewhere. And it's just a lot. It could happen. You can make it happen, but it's just harder to do. So, yeah, y'all, I just want to say thank you for rocking with me for a year. You guys, if you've been watching my trucking journey, it has been 1 year. I was looking at those videos and I was just like, wow, I really have been doing this for 1 complete year. That's crazy. So, all the people that's been watching, I appreciate you all. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the nice, kind messages. Thank you for even jumping on live with me. Just doing whatever. I don't know what's to come future for. I really, right now, I don't have like a master plan. Like, this is what I want to do for trucking. My ultimate goal, everybody always say, yeah, I want to own a truck. And I can tell you now, like, Brandon now, I don't want to own a truck. That's not in the horizon for me. I don't want to run a truck. I don't want to have a fleet of trucks. But what I do want to do, what I would venture in, I know you shouldn't share your secret and ideas, but I will. I want to buy some land and get a truck parking area. And then if that can migrate into a truck stop, that's what I want to do. So I want to get some land, get a lot, and give some truckers some truck parking, because truck parking is very scarce out here. It's so scarce that you got cars parking in the truck parking, and that messes it up for us truckers. Like, I'm sitting here now at the TA, and I drove around and I seen all these little bitty cars and trucks, like, inside of a trucking parking lot. So I'm like, really? We really don't have that much parking. So why are you going to take the little bit that we have? But that would be my ultimate goal. That would be my contribution to trucking. I'm gonna get a lot, probably 50 spots, get a lot, get some land of 50 spots. And then also if people want to, if they're doing home time, they're able to park their rigs, and hey, they can rent it out monthly or something, so they know they have a spot. That's what I would venture out into. And then I ain't got to do so much overhead work and maintenance and all of that. Like, it's not that hard to do. So that's what I would do. But as far as being an owner operator and all of that, I'm all right. I'm all right. Shout out to the people who do it. Blessings to you. But yeah, y'all. Would I ever go back over the road? Honestly, when I did come to Marten, I wasn't looking for local. I was looking for regional. Local just got dropped in my hands. Literally. Local, I was told, like, hey, we got this one position that does this and you home every day. And I said, yeah, let's try it. So when I came to Marten, I was trying to be regional. I was trying to kind of do the same thing I was doing home on the weekends. The one line that I was trying to get on, you had to be out 14 days. And that didn't sit okay with me, because I know I wanted to still be home every weekend. But this local thing, at first it was tough. Like, it felt like, some days it still feels like I'm over the road, because like last night I might have got home like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and had to be back up around what? At least I need to get up at 10 so I can feed my dog, so I can eat, so I can do whatever I need to do right before I go to work. But it feel like I take a 10-hour like I'm at a truck stop. But you're at home. So you kind of got to learn how to plan that and learn how to, you got to learn how to manage that. And I've been learning how to manage. Like, I've been able to go to the gym. Sometimes I go grocery shopping. But that's when I go home and go to sleep and get up at a decent hour. So you got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, man, if you don't have a plan for the next day, your mind will just be like, I could just lay in this bed all day, knowing you can't. Now, what I do on Tuesdays, I sleep in. If I feel like laying back down, I lay back down, because that's my off day. But I ain't gonna make this video that long. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Like I said, it's been 1 year out here on this road. And let me say this too, y'all. Like, I know a lot of people, like, be careful what advice you get from people that's in trucking, people that's been in trucking. All advice isn't good advice. And trucking is what you make it, because you got to find out, like, you really got to find out what works for you. So I will say, like, a lot of people will tell you, you need to do a year. You can only do, once you do a year over the road, once you do a year regional, then you can become local. That's not true. I did it in 6 months. And shout out to my Uncle Meech. He was the one person who actually encouraged me. He was like, nah. And my uncle ain't that old, but he was like, get on Craigslist. Apply to all them jobs. Somebody will say something. Look at the local stuff. He was the one that like pushed me to saying local. And I'm telling him, I'm like, nah, I want to do regional. I still want to be out on the road. I'm telling him that. And here I go applying to be regional, and they're like, nah, we got this local position. I'm like, yeah, okay. And so, like, if your goal is to be local, do what you got to do to become local. Now, I will say, I'm going to give you a little advice. When you are local, you do a lot of more dropping hooks. Or some people do live loads. Some people might do like 2 loads a day or whatever. But I will say, I honestly am thankful that I was regional before I became local, because I learned all the skills of driving the truck, and then I learned what not to do, what to do. I wasn't fresh and new local, because I would have never wanted to be local fresh and new. Like, it's a lot of guys out here now, and that's another thing. You have to build your confidence with driving. It takes some time. Everybody's different, but you got to build your confidence when you out here on this road, especially with backing. Like, you could be a nervous wreck trying to back at a truck stop in front of everybody because you think they looking at you. They really not looking at you. You might have one person looking at you. And then some people might see that you are new and they be like, you know what, let me help them. But then some people, they just don't care. But you have to build that confidence for backing or just driving in general. So that takes time. So I wouldn't say, like, if your ultimate goal is to be a local driver, like, really think about that, because we be out here backing. We be out here backing and docking docks. Like, I back like 6-7 times a day. And so you got to be strong in that area. But like I said, it's what you make it. And if that's what you really want to do, put the work in and you can do it. One thing I'm going to say too, this is a reflection piece too. Is it a good time to get into trucking? That is up to you. If you want to do it and you have a passion to do it. But I will warn you though, don't be trying to get rich. It takes time. You got to find your way in trucking. There's so many things you got to learn. You got to learn how to drive that truck. You got to learn how to man your clock. You got to learn you really got to learn how to be a professional truck driver. And trucking school won't teach you all that until you get out and do it. So, that's it. Y'all stay blessed. Talk to you later. All right, y'all. We made it back to the drop yard. What a day. What a night. Just wanted to end this by giving y'all the synopsis of what actually happened. What's really crazy, I did have them change out the pigtail. That is the electric cord. I'm gonna show you all. Got a little light out there. So we had them, this is brand new. This is the electric line that gives you electric to the trailer. So now, as you see, this trailer has marker lights. Very crazy. The trailer I had before did not. The running lights were not working, even with the new cable. And as you see, I have my tail lights. So it's working on this trailer. This is an empty trailer I went and picked up. But the other trailer I had that actually was loaded, even after they changed the electrical pigtail cord and the electrical line, the running lights were not working. So I'm thinking that it's not the truck. It has to be the trailers. So it's going to be an experiment, because maintenance and even the guys there, they said it could be the electrical connection that's down underneath or whatever, and that will have to be done with a different shop. So, but it's working perfectly now. So I'm thinking it's a trailer thing. I don't know. I know we run like 3 different brands of trailers. I know we got utility. This is a utility trailer. Then we got Great Dane, and there's one more, Hyundai. We got some Hyundai trailers. So I don't know if it's a brand thing. You let me know in the comments if you have any experience and this has happened to you, where the running lights are not working on specific trailers. Some trailers, it's not every trailer. You see this one is working. The one I had before, that one wasn't working. But we did get the tail lights to work with the new cord. We even took the fuse out. It turned off the running lamps up there, and then we put it back in and it turned them on, but it could not get the running lights on the side to work. So it sounds like it's trailer specific, but I don't know. Hopefully we get to figure it out, and maybe it will be an experiment. But I just wanted to close this video out by letting you guys know what happened, because now I am very interested in what's going on here too. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Be blessed. I'm going home.